Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Jaden Smith. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking questions, but I'm going to be using 3 decks to receive the answer. So this will be interesting. So my first question is, what are his current energies at this moment? Alright. I'm in the vibe of challenges. He's definitely in a vibe of challenges. You know, he's trying to confront his pain, injustice, betrayal. So that is really interesting. Let's look further. Yeah, what did I tell you guys? That he's trying to confront a particular energy, right? And this is that same sort of energy. It's like that energy of confronting. So it's like he sees this energy as harmful to his health, to his body, to his mental state. So that's very interesting. He sees this energy as evil. He definitely sees this energy as evil. You know what I mean? He sees this energy as not having sort of like his best interest at heart. He also sees this energy as mocking him. I'm getting an energy that he's also trying to rebel against this energy. Definitely. And this is funny because I'm getting this has to do with his family. And I know it seems like the obvious like reasoning, but it is the energy that I'm receiving with this card that it has to do with his family. So, okay, let's look further. I'm going to be asking a lot of, like, deep-ass questions and shit, trust me. So, with this situation, with this turning inward, again, it has to do with his family. The 4 being symbolic of Cancer. He's also a Cancer sun, I believe. See, because the actions of his family, it's seen as evil to him. It's definitely seen as evil. I'm getting like a vibe of evil. Like he sees it as evil. So I'm definitely going to be asking questions about how he feels about like what the mom basically like put out, like his relationship with the mom, all that. But I'm just picking up his energies. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to like gain a peace of mind. You know, because there's no stability in the home. It's definitely not stability in the home. And it's funny because I never seen I guess it's called like a red table talk. I never seen any episodes. I only hear like commentary sometimes what people say. But even then I don't even like to hear it because the energy that's associated with his mother in that program, it's really disgusting to me that it makes my spirit like, I don't know, I'm repulsed by the whole thing. And this is even before she put out what she put out. So it's funny, but I know that she's like trying to be on this sort of like woke vibe of like sharing her experiences and all sorts of like bullshit. But the funny thing is that this is showing me in the home life. The home life isn't right. So it's like she's doing all this talking and she's about like a lot of bullshit. But at the same time, it's like her son is feeling alone, is what I'm getting. So it's like he has to turn inwardly. You know, he's not getting support. Definitely interesting. Let's see what this deck shows. Yeah, this is very interesting because I definitely have a lot of questions for sure that I'm going to be asking. So this has to do with his emotions because they were face down. Yeah, he's trying to find balance. This is showing me that he's a delicate soul. He's definitely a delicate spirit. And it's like that same energy of turning inwardly. It's like he's trying to balance things out with this 2. He's definitely trying to balance things out. This is showing me a lot of other shit as well, like I don't know, I'm getting like a vibe of embarrassment. Again, I know this is the obvious conclusion, right, that people will come up with, but this is literally the energy of what I'm getting. See what I mean? With this 7 of Swords is showing me this is like his parents' situation. So I like it is what it is. Like, you know how like they're supposed to have an open marriage and all that? It's that same vibe. This like he's embarrassed by that shit. You know what I mean? Like he feels distraught. He feels repulsed. Like it's funny. It's like this energy is so reckless, especially putting it out. You know what I mean? Like it puts him in a particular situation. You know what I mean? It's like for the obvious, you know, because it's like embarrassing. People, you know what I mean? Like it's just not a good look. And for him, it's like he wants to leave this situation. He definitely wants to leave. He wants to strive forward. You know what I mean? It's like he wants to establish his own shit. You know, he wants to live his own truth. Because I feel like his parents' situation is so dysfunctional as far as like societal norms. And you know, like that's their own personal situation, I guess. But when you start putting shit out there, it's like it becomes not personal at that point. It starts affecting people. And this is showing with his energy, you know, because this isn't me just giving my own like opinion and shit. This is the energy. But I'm like explaining it because it's showing that he doesn't want to fuck with them anymore. It's like he doesn't even want to see them. You know what I mean? Again, with the 6, it's like for him, they've done evil to him. You know what I mean? Because again, he's a fragile spirit. And it makes sense because if he is a Cancer and shit, right? It's all about like the home, the family, you know, the mother, nurturing and all that. And it's kind of just like, this obviously is destructive energies to be putting out there as far as what the mom is doing and what the dad allows. Like, it's very embarrassing. So let's look further. Let's see. Sorry, my pinky's itching right now. That's like the first time I think I ever like scratched my pinky on camera. That's funny. Let me get a glass of water. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna be like those tarot readers. It's definitely a sign for something. That like he's definitely agitated and aggravated by this energy. But let's look further. Let's see, how does he feel about his mother putting out that they're basically swingers? Because that's basically what it is. You can say open marriage, whatever. It's like some swinger-ass energy. So let's see, how does he feel about it? This is his emotions. He has to deal with it because of money reasons. He definitely has to deal with it because of money reasons. So it's funny because this literally, like for real, didn't even cross my mind. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even think about this, but now it just hit me. It's just like he has to deal with their shit because he's dependent on them. You know what I mean? He's not established. I know he's an actor and all that. Like, I don't know what his contracts were or what his money is. But this is showing that he has to put up with their shit. He definitely has to put up with their shit. So it's kind of like he has to keep a lot of his feelings hidden. You know, the tree is symbolic of family. This would be his energy. So it's like he has to keep his true intent hidden. Because he needs stability. This 10, again, symbolic of like Capricorn, that sort of like Saturnian energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like he needs a particular structure, stability in his life. So that is really funny. So that's showing me like he's keeping his feelings hidden as far as that. Let's look further. Yeah, with this source energy is showing me, if he says particular things, sorry, my deck or my card was dirty, what the fuck? But anyway, this is showing me like if he says particular things or take particular actions, he's going to experience wrath. You know what I mean? Like if you look at this, this is like a sun, basically. You know what I mean? With the flames and all that. This is giving me that type of like Leo energy, but this is giving me the negative traits of Leo. You know, this is like when a Leo basically is selfish, and it's kind of just like if you're not supporting their cause and if you're not being basically submissive to what they have going on, then you experience wrath. So it's like he has to keep his intentions, how he feels. He has to keep all that shit hidden. And he's a sensitive spirit too, is what I'm seeing. So this is really funny. It's very traumatizing. It's like abusive energy. Let's look further. I'm going to ask next, does his mother know? Like, but let's see. The question was, yeah, how does he feel about what the mother was talking about as far as them being swingers? Yeah, with this Knight of Pentacles, it's about money insecurity. Like, that's what I'm getting at this moment. I'm not saying that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. But you see how, like, this guy is, like, holding the pentacle? You know what I mean? His whole situation, and if you look at the horse eyes too, this situation's tired. It's kind of like this made him numb. Like, their whole actions of how they are, what they do, like, it's like a numbing type of energy. You know what I mean? He numbs himself or herself. And what's on his mind is money, resources, stability. So, actually, I'm going to ask questions about the mom, like, as far as, like, the mom's feelings and stuff. I'm going to do a reading on that to see, like, is she doing this shit intentionally? Like, is she being fucked up? So, let's see. What is his relationship with his mother? That's a good question. He's a mama's boy, is what I'm seeing, which is very interesting. He's definitely a mama's boy. It's kind of just like, he almost sees his mom as a saint, but at the same time, it's an underlining energy of pain. So it's like he doesn't want to see her for what she is. It's almost like a delusional energy. Not just that, but this is showing me that she emotionally manipulates him. So this is really interesting, actually. Let's continue with this deck. Yeah, because it's showing me that, like, she definitely, like, manipulates him. The fact that he's a mama's boy and shit, and the fact that he's sensitive. Yeah, he wants his mother to be a part of his life with this completion. Yeah, like, you know, people see them, like his family, including himself, as weirdos. Like, a lot of people just be like, they're a weird family and all that. But for him, that's his family. So it's showing me, like, he's really in that Cancer vibe. Like, I don't know what he portrays, what he shows, but the energies are showing me, like, what's going on within. He wants to sort of, like, keep his family close. So it's like, yeah, he feels a type of way, but it's like, he sees his mother as, like, a piece of a puzzle, or a piece of the puzzle. Like, without her, his situation wouldn't be complete. It's kind of sad and traumatizing. Let's look further. Because it's just like, I don't know, the mom, she kind of seems like not caring about sort of the dude's emotions and how he feels and, like, his development. You know what I mean? Because this has a lot to do with development as well. Like, what the mom be doing and shit. Yeah, you see how, like, that went back in? So this is about the start. It's kind of like, this is giving me a lot of energy, right? Because this is him. It's like he turns to his mom. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, this is what's going on with my life. You know what I mean? I'm going through all this trauma. It's like he tells her things, but, like, indirectly. So, like, he tries to hint at her. So, like, let's just say, like, after she made that whole humiliating situation, like, exposing her family, basically, it's kind of just like he can make, like, a comment. Just like, yeah, like, my friends recently started just laughing at me, like, when they see me, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? And it's like she knows why, but she plays stupid. It's kind of just like she hug him and be like, yeah, I don't know why. That's so weird. You know, like, it's like one of those, it's kind of just like weird. It's like a weird situation. It's like an unspoken situation. It's like everyone knows what's going on, but no one's not addressing it. That's why, like, in the beginning of the reading, I was pretty much picking up the energy of a hypocrite. I have issues saying this word, especially like when I be having readings and shit. Like, I don't have no issue saying it, but until like I'm sitting down doing this shit. But yeah, it's like hypocritical situations. Like, the mom, like, she's full of shit. Like, she does a lot of talking, and it seems like she's trying to do that whole woke shit, but it's all selfish. You know what I mean? Because, like, again, he comes to her for comfort. But, like, if you look at the hand, it even shows in the card. It's like she has one hand on him, and the next hand she's doing, like, weird shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's fake. It's not real. But because it's like he needs his mother, it's like he deals with it. Hopefully you guys don't feel like I'm reaching, but this is definitely the energies, you know? It's really funny. I didn't have no expectations with this reading or anything. So it's funny to actually get these deep messages. Let's see, what is his relationship like with his father? So in this deck, this card is the Devil card. Even though it doesn't say it, but this is the Devil card. That's why it's like bondage, restriction. It's funny because he blames his father for a lot of shit. He blames his father for a lot of shit. They have a bad relationship. It's distant, it's cold. He has a bad relationship with his mom because his mom is like manipulating him and like half-assing her emotions. But with his dad, I'm actually getting... The mother turned him against his father, is what I'm showing. So that is really deep. I know you guys are like, damn, but this is really like the energy. So it's kind of just like the mom, she's really manipulative. And so it's kind of just like she set up things to make the dad look like the bad guy. So I'm getting a vibe. Like, let's say, like, if they do have, like, a deep conversation, even though, like, she doesn't get too deep and she doesn't address, like, the real concerns, she just kind of basically, like, say shit to, like, create a whole agenda, a narrative. But it's kind of just like she would say things like, you know, your father used to cheat on me in the beginning, so, you know, that's why I see things differently. Like, you know, and this is all for YouTube's sake, allegedly, and hypothetical and all that. But let's just say, and I'm not saying this is what happened, because I don't know, like, if this happened to her, but I'm getting a vibe, like, let's say she could be like, you know, I was raped by so-and-so, you know what I mean? And so since that happened, like, I already have, like, I'm already kind of, like, weird or unstable, or I have, like, different needs. And then, like, your father didn't help. Like, it's like that type of situation. It's very manipulative. It's funny too, right? Because this thing is so complex. It's very complex because there's a lot of emotional manipulation going on, like, that I'm seeing throughout this reading. And it's funny because it's showing me that it's coming from the mom. And I know it's funny, but it's just like, damn. Let's look further and see. So these are his emotions because they were face down. They just fell out. Sorry, my nails be short. Yeah, what this change energy is showing me. Again, it's that issue. It's kind of just like his mom is the saint and his father is the dark entity. Because you see like that yin yang sort of sign. It's that same issue because it's like a lot of strife in the family. It's very unstable, like what's going on in the home. I mean, obviously you can only like imagine. So it's kind of just like, it's a lot of shit going on. A lot, even a lot of behind the scenes shit. I'm even getting, I don't even like to go this route, but I'm getting it's like a spiritual situation as well with spirits and shit. It's a lot going on. But he blames his father for it. You know, with this situation, the outsider, he blames his father for his life. So it's like, I don't know, it's funny, it's like he put a lot of like energy towards his father as far as like hate and shit, and as far as blame. And I don't know if it's true or not, but this is just like the energies that I'm seeing. Like, this is how he feels about his father. You know, it's a lack of trust in this situation. He doesn't trust him. So this is showing me that he trusts his mother, but he doesn't trust his father. Interesting. Let's look further. I'm gonna have a reading on all of them, from the mom, the sister, and then I'm gonna ask, like, you know, the energies as far as what they've done and all that shit. Yeah, what this is showing me, his father is strict. So his father, it's a weird energy, because it's like, I'm getting that Saturnian energy. It's like, the father's like the type of dude that's like, yo, you know, you could come to me if there's problems, right? You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know, it's kind of just like, Jaden's really sensitive. So it's like he needs more. But it's like the dad's really serious and focused, is what I'm seeing. Not just that, but it's like, the dad isn't doing, the dad should be doing more though than what he's kind of like offering, because it's kind of just like that corny, like, if you know, I'm here for you, right? But it's like, you know, the son's going through all sorts of like shit that they can actually see, you know what I mean? Because I know people say like the kid looks crazy and all, but they can actually literally see what's going on behind the scenes. But they're offering him like bullshit. Like, they're not offering him any offers that's substantial that could help him. So it's kind of like, it's a distant energy. So it's kind of just like bullshit. It's like the son could be like, you know, God forbid for his sake, like suicidal. And they know this, but then the dad is kind of just like, you know, you could talk to me, right? And then that's just it. But it's kind of just like, anyone in their right mind, if you truly care, it's kind of like, you have to offer more than that. You know what I mean? Like, things need more emotion and energy. But he's not receiving it from his father. Like, it's very funny, the energy. This is actually really, like, I don't know, it's the type of energy I'm getting into. Like, it's definitely, I don't care for it. But let's look further. Let's see what his relationship is like with his sister. 1 second, let me get a glass of water. So this will be interesting. There's challenges. There's definite challenges. Especially when I was shuffling, I was picking up that energy that they have a lot of, they have their own secrets. I'm gonna just leave it at that. They definitely have their own secrets. For sure, for sure. And it's kind of like, it makes things awkward between them, for sure. You know what I mean? Again, this is funny because this is what came out early in the reading. He has animosity. So this is funny because this is showing me that they have their own secret. They have their own situation going on. This is showing me as well that the mother favors the daughter, at least in his eyes. So he has animosity for her because of it. Again, because he is a mama's boy or mother's boy, however the fuck you say it. So it's like that type of energy. Like, the mother resonates better with the daughter. But he sees it like, you know, it's a challenge for him. Like, it's like he don't care for it. Because, you know, it's just like he doesn't want to compete. Even though you shouldn't be competing. But that's like the energy that's like he feels. That's kind of just like, he feels jealous basically, because he would like to have that relationship with his mom, but he just doesn't have that relationship. So it's a lot of like issues going on with him and his sister. Let's look further. Yeah, with the silence, I told you guys, right? They have their own situation. You take that as you want to take it. You make it whatever you want to make it out to be. You catch my drift for sure, for sure. But they have their own situation. So the fact that they have their own situation and it's kind of just like secret, you know what I mean? They just have a lot of hidden things between them for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's very awkward energy because it's like, I don't even want to go about like saying like what's going on, but you know what I mean? Like, it's deep. They have their own situation and they have to keep things secret with that silence. Let's look further. You see, you obviously can't make the energy out, right? Because I didn't know that this would come out. Because I was telling you guys, like, the energy and shit when this came up. You know what I mean? It's because I'm literally picking up the energies and the cards show. So, yeah. So let's look further. Let's see what's going on with this deck. So this kind of went to come. Oh wait, I don't think that was the actual card. I don't know if it shuffled back in, but card went to come out, and I seen it. But yeah. So with this situation, it's that same situation with the father. It's like, oh damn, the last card showed. Fuck. But yeah, this is funny. It's showing that same situation, like with the father. It's like, she's like, yo, you know I love you. You know I care about you. You know, like we're siblings and all that shit. Like I have your back and all that. But it's like her actions is cold. So it's like she says that. But then, you know, I know she's a performer. But it's funny because I'm getting a vibe. Like I don't even know if she performs often. But it's kind of just like I'm getting like a vibe, an energy. Like he could be crying in his room. She could be like touring the world and shit, like performing and shit. Then like, let's say she come home and the mom's like, yeah, he's been in his room. Like, you know, and then she see him and she sees like, you know, he's been crying and he hasn't showered and he's miserable. But then she goes on about her business. Like, it's like a very cold, fucked up energy. You see what I mean? And with this Knight of Chalices or Knight of Cups, this is showing me she's almost... It's funny because I'm getting like a vibe like she's the beloved child in the family. And this is like, she's on a high horse as well. This is showing me, it's just like, I have to phrase this a particular way because I know it's kind of just like, I know I'm probably seeming funny about this, but the energies are really like deep. This is like some real heavy ass shit. This is like fucking Saturn in the 4th house placement shit. On some real shit. Like, this is like just a cold, fucked up family. Like, she's on like a high horse and it's like, it's a lot of contradictions. Like, their relationship is filled with contradictions. It's definitely filled with contradictions. Like, that's what I'm getting with that. Because it's like, it's like, what can she really do? Because she is, I guess, the daughter. She's not the mom. She's not the father. Because that's who should really be fixing this situation. And I'm getting a vibe like she tried to do things in the past. That's why it's complicated. Because it's not like she's just a bitch. Like, she tried to do things in the past to, like, help him out. But I'm getting a vibe like she's just caught up with her own shit. She's definitely caught up with her own shit. And what this is showing me, she's into the dark arts. She's definitely into the dark arts. And it kind of changed her. It definitely changed her and it changed their relationship. So this is showing me like their situation wasn't close already. Like from the start. Like it was kind of weird. But the fact she's caught up with some shady shit. This is giving me like a Kardashian energy. You know, like how the mom helps, like, the Kardashian mom helps the daughters come up, but like the son, she has a weird relationship. It's like that same energy. It's kind of just like, I don't know what the mother's into. I kind of get an idea from this energy actually, but I'm not going to say it because I'm going to go into the reading for the mom and all that, and I'm going to explore all that. But this is showing me kind of like the mom sees the daughter as like her heir. You know what I mean? Like, so like, let's say if the mom is like a high priestess, right? She sees the daughter as like the next high priestess coming up in the family. Like it's like that type of weird situation. I'm kind of getting it as well. Like it's almost like it's really cold and fucked up. It's like the brother is expendable to the mother and the daughter. It's like since the daughter is caught up in her shit, it's like she's almost in a high horse, but it's not because of like pride. Even though you would think it's like a pride situation, it's like duty. It's kind of just like, it's a high horse because it's like an obligation that she holds to a high regard. So it's like she's really caught up with it. You know what I mean? Because this isn't giving me kind of like she's proud, like, yo, I'm my mom's favorite and all this shit. It isn't that type of situation. It's kind of just like she feels like it's like a weird, sick shit. It's like she feels like, okay, I'm the woman, so like this is what I need to do because I'm the girl. So like this is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's really weird. I'm getting a vibe of like brainwash. I'm getting a lot of energy with this last card. This is funny because it's giving me like the daughter's been brainwashed and shit. And fucking, how do you say it? Like, conditioned to be this way. Like, the daughter's been conditioned to be this way from the mom. You know what I mean? So it's like, the daughter, she's like, I don't know. It's kind of giving me almost like soulless or something. It's very weird. That's exactly what this is. It's like the daughter doesn't have a soul. It's very creepy, even me saying that, because this is some really deep ass energy that I'm picking up. It's making me feel a particular way for sure. But damn, okay. Wow. I know I'm not being extra, because like I don't even want to say like what the energy is doing to me right now, because this is really crazy, but this is some real sad, fucked up, weird ass energy. Yeah, fuck that shit, man. This is weird. I'll leave the reading here because this is really weird. We're 32 minutes in, so this is definitely interesting. I feel a certain way for sure because of this. This is not right, but definitely press the thumbs up. If you made it this far, don't be a goddamn hater. Like, for real. It's like, a lot of you guys be watching my videos to the end, but don't want to press the thumbs up, and it's like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? On some real shit. But anyway, tell me what you think. You know what I mean? Definitely give me your opinions. Tell me what you think about my reading. Tell me what you think about this new way of me doing things, like with the 3 decks. And me just like asking questions and shit. Yeah, this is a method I developed. I don't know if any other reader does this or something. You know what I mean? Because nothing's new under the sun, right? But this is just a method I came up with, and I really enjoy it. It's really fun for me, and it switches up the energy. But yeah, tell me what you think. Peace and blessings. Bye.